I saw that post.
Yeah, I did too. That's why I thought of it. I came up with that idea originally after seeing someone else say the same thing.
I saw that post.
That's what I just said!
Why is this?
Welcome back to BakaTaka. This is episode 30. We are in our third round of double digits.
Yeah. How about that?
It's fairly late.
It's not that late. It's only like
It's almost what, 10?
it's 9:30.
Okay, it's 9:30.
We're jacked up on coffee.
What? That basically rounds up to midnight.
You
Anyway,
didn't
as
even
always,
have to work today.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. As always,
Yeah.
I'm George.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Chase.
Those are the people joining me, joining you, joining us.
We're-
Welcome to communism.
Yeah.
CCCP.
Sure. I don't know. What's that an acronym?
Wait,
Communist China Party.
No.
I don't know.
Eric, I don't know what you were on. I was-
Whatever.
With the coffee dough.
We don't want to talk about commies here.
But anyway, episode 30. It's kind of not really a big deal.
It is a big deal. I got some news.
Dude,
You got some
it's
news.
a big deal.
Yeah,
That's
Good,
means
because
that
I
we've
was
been-
unprepared coming
We're
into this.
4
So-
episodes longer than going for an entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the big news I got for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The worst St. Patrick's Day in Boston's history ever happened.
When
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Well, one, coronavirus is going around.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Two, Tom Brady left the New England Patriots on St. Patty's Day.
I did not hear about this.
And you know what team he signed with?
Please don't say the Broncos.
My team, the
Ooh.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Seriously?
Yep.
Are the Buccaneers known for anything?
They won a Super Bowl in 2002
Oh, that's cool.
when I was in 6th grade.
Mildly
Nice.
important question. When was St. Patrick's Day?
The
It was
14th?
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah,
It was this Tuesday.
yeah,
Oh.
it's past Tuesday of recording this.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge deal because it was essentially canceled.
Yeah,
Right.
but Tom
I
Brady.
didn't even know what happened.
Tom Brady left the New England Patriots.
Wow, they must have
On
offered
St.
him
Patty's Day.
a ton of money.
1 year, $30 million.
That's a ton of money.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a cap for how much you can make?
Yeah, so every team has a cap that they can spend, and the Buccaneers had a $60 million cap, and they spent $30 million of it on Tom Brady for 1 year.
So is the cap different for different teams?
Yeah,
So I guess if you place higher, your cap is
Yeah,
probably
so-
lower, something like that.
it was the
Or
whole
is
thing in baseball. There's a movie that came out like 10 years ago at this point called Moneyball.
The Sandlot?
No, but it's called Moneyball.
It's got
It was
Bradley
with,
Cooper.
Yeah, it got Bradley Cooper, got Jonah Hill,
Yep.
and some stuff like that. But it's basically how the Athletics spent like no money and took a team to the World Series. When you have teams like the Yankees that have no cap and they can just spend money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So I mean, teams have a cap that they're allowed to spend, or that they're.
Right.
I don't know how
right.
it works exactly. I just know they have a certain amount that they can spend.
Okay.
But they dropped a ton on Tom Brady. But it'll be cool because if he actually does lead the team, they go to a Super Bowl. The Super Bowl this year is going to be held in Tampa.
Oh.
So they will be the only team in history to win a Super Bowl in a home stadium if they do it.
Whoa.
Wait, really? No one has ever won.
They have never announced a Super Bowl in a city, and then that home team went to the Super Bowl.
I did not know that.
Wow.
I mean, I just would have assumed by what are we at now? 58?
Something
like that?
Yeah.
I would just
Yeah.
assume that would have happened at least once, but I guess it is fairly rare because the Super Bowl does move around independent of the teams playing in it.
Yes. Because, I mean, they decided to start a year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But-
So
You know, this year was
Yeah.
actually like one of the first years that I actually like kind of sat down and actually watched the Super Bowl.
I
like-
try to at least catch the Super Bowl, but that was the only game this
Like-
year I actually did catch.
I mean, we always do like something like we'll always do like a get together or something like that.
yeah.
And then like I'll watch like the first quarter and then like do something else
Yep.
for
You
it and stuff. But I watched like 3.5 of the quarters.
You weren't.
Nice.
You didn't go to
Yeah.
our house this year.
No,
Yeah.
I was at it.
Yeah, it was only like
Jackson's.
only 10 shows.
You were there too.
Was I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
in here.
there.
At
This-
his house.
I think it was more of just the Patriots weren't in it, so more people were.
Yeah, people were happy that the Patriots weren't in it.
Yeah.
So was
Yeah.
I. I was one of them. I don't
Yeah.
care about football, but I
Yeah.
care about the Patriots losing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
matters
true
to me.
fact, true fact. But I mean, Patriots falling apart. My team got their quarterback.
Yup.
That's the big news I've got. I'm satisfied.
Isn't it great when a team loses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to losing. I cheer for the Reds. They haven't done anything in like 27 years.
Fair enough.
I cheer for the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Like I said, they haven't done anything since 2002. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm moving away from the Reds though, because
Oh.
I'm turning more into a Nats fan. I know, it's like living here changes me.
Look, I like the Nats, but man, the Mariners are where it's at. I don't know if Nintendo still owns them, but they did once upon a time, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
What about what's who owns the Wii Sports baseball team?
That would probably still be Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo. Okay, so
Yeah.
is that like when's the Super Bowl being or the World Series being played there?
Never.
when Corona leaves.
Yeah.
If
Anyway.
Corona stays, maybe.
But I mean, that's the news I got.
That's-
Tom Brady's going to my
That's
team.
crazy.
so I'm
I mean,
satisfied.
I knew he was in talks for he was open. He had an open contract, but I didn't hear that he actually got switched, and I'm surprised. I
I'm
guess
surprised. It was big news because
I-
it's St. Patty's Day.
Yeah,
And it's
I-
he announced it over Instagram.
seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I heard it. I just didn't know it was St.
I
Patty's Day.
didn't hear it. I guess just all the Corona stuff just kind of
I didn't-
surpassed all that.
I didn't realize it was St. Patty's Day either until we were doing a job.
Yep.
And there was a Buddha dressed up as a leprechaun.
Eh.
And a lady walked out and saw me behind the gun. She was like, "You can rub that thing's belly for some good luck." I was like, "Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am."
You're allowed to rub his belly.
Yeah, I was just like,
Wait, you rub the belly? You don't rub his bald head?
No, you rub Buddha's belly.
Yeah, it's Buddha's belly.
That's
That's always
silly.
that's how it's always
That's
been.
silly.
Chase.
I recount. No.
I'm not touching some bald dude's head.
Yeah,
besides
that'd be kinda
yours.
weird. Yeah, except yours.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Make a wish.
Magic head.
I
Yeah.
try.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any news like that. I mean, I've mostly just been following like the Corona stuff a little bit, and that's not really.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's not
thing
really
that's on
fit
the
for this show.
news.
It's
yeah.
everything. That and even the presidential stuff is taking a
Alright,
backseat
well,
to Corona.
They're
really.
they're shutting down primaries in states, so
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see how it all plays out. Like, would they actually have to delay the election if this gets bad enough?
so I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
that.
I don't, and I'm not even going to speculate.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know anything about it.
A
either.
plus side that you might not expect for Corona is if we get stuck inside for like 2 weeks or whatever, and so that's more video game time.
Yeah, clear
Oh,
out the
I've already
backlog.
been. I've already been playing.
I've already selected what I'm going to be playing.
To be fair, I picked up new stuff, so I'm not cleaning up the catalog.
I mean, I know what I'm gonna start at least. So
What are you guys gonna start? Because I can tell you, there's got a list
So,
of things that I've already started.
I'm gonna get around to finishing Valkyria Chronicles because
Nice.
I did start that.
Nice.
and,
yeah.
Let's see. What was the other one? It was
turn into his giant case of games.
Hey, stop it, man! Oh, Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Animal
Oh, yeah.
Crossing's coming out, but I can't really beat that. and
Well,
so-
you should have got it today. Didn't you get it today, Chase?
No.
You didn't. It came out today. Didn't you get it? You had it Amazon. It's supposed to be here today.
No.
You got it right
No.
today.
Well,
The day it came out.
the thing about
No.
Amazon is they're not delivering in our area anymore because
Okay, well, Sam Bridges would have delivered it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have got the job
unless
done.
Animal Crossing is counted as a grocery or a life essential need.
I
Actually,
don't think
it's
I
getting
think a lot of
delivered.
people would say it's essential.
To be fair, technically, I would have actually got it today and
Yeah.
stuff, because this morning I looked at it and it still had my old credit card information, and I got the new one, and I
yeah.
didn't change it because I
Yeah,
bought it during
yeah.
then, so it didn't even send it. And so it didn't. even
Okay,
change it.
so
And
and
then
then that
yeah.
is on Chase.
Yeah,
Then.
I fixed it, and it's like shipping today, and I was like,
Nice.
"Have you shipped yet?" And it
So,
still hasn't shipped yet.
On a related note, though, so they've shut down all the non-essential whatever.
Yeah.
GameStop has
I
claimed
was
that
just about to mention that. Yeah.
they have claimed that they are an essential service.
Yeah.
So GameStop is staying open through the
Yeah.
Corona stuff.
Have you heard
GameStop.
what GameStop has been doing? They've been doing some shady stuff.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
So
They're trying to get Reggie too.
so they said
Wait,
they're-
are they?
Yeah, they had Reggie do something for them.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Huh.
Reggie.
I'm sorry too, Reggie, but GameStop said, or at least their management said, they're going to comply with the coronavirus like cleaning
Yeah.
essentials
yeah.
things. Like they would provide wipes and stuff for all their customer or
Right.
employees and stuff. But employees are coming out and said management hasn't done a thing for them, and they've got things like consoles they need to keep wiping down, and people keep touching stuff there. Like they have a bunch of stuff. in
Yeah,
the
like
store.
all those kiosks and stuff, they should just take those out. Like they should
Yeah.
just be put in the bag or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can't even do that,
Yeah,
really.
but they said their management isn't providing anything essential to clean their store down, and if they need to get something, their management is telling them, "Hey, go get it yourself."
Yeah.
Whoa!
Look, to
Yeah.
be completely fair, not fair. To be honest, I am not surprised by that at all. It's-
I mean,
GameStop,
GameStop
they are on borrowed time at this point. They bought
Yeah.
ThinkGeek and they ruined it.
Well, I mean, ThinkGeek did
just-
keep them afloat for a while.
ThinkGeek is like the only thing keeping them afloat, and
They're trying to try new stuff too, and
that's
it's just
what
like
concerns me, because if they go away, what will the physical video game market look like anymore? Because you'll still be able to get your systems, obviously.
It'll still be Amazon shit.
You'll
It'll
still
be
be able to
Amazon.
get
Well,
them through
it-
Amazon, but it's not going to be the same. There's not going to
It'd
be
be
a
the Walmart.
midnight. There's no
Walmart,
midnight
yeah.
launch
Yeah.
through Amazon.
Does
There's
Walmart
no-
still do midnight releases?
No.
I don't
No.
think so.
I know
mean,
they
if they are
used to.
open at midnight, they kind of do. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but it's not like people are lining up outside and.
well,
hanging
people
out with
haven't
each
really
other.
been doing that
It's
as much
like
recently.
the
Yeah.
only way for GameStop to really succeed, to me, it seems like they need to completely rebrand themselves
Yeah.
and they need to close a buttload of stores and be more of a niche thing.
They already closed the
they
Dunker.
they closed one just around us. I've heard they're closing stores in California at the moment, and I don't know if they're just closing down for coronavirus or if they're just actually shutting down these stores because they're like, hey, you know what? This is the perfect time to do it.
But it's just like
It's crazy.
nobody's gonna, or at least I don't think anybody's gonna order from mom and pop shops or classic brick and
Exactly.
mortar shops
Exactly.
to
Well,
pre-order again.
yeah, I mean, if they're smaller, because what they were trying to do is they were trying to make it more of like a kind of like a social gathering kind of
Yeah.
place and
Yeah.
stuff like that. They were trying to design it for more of like, hey, you like hang out here and stuff.
Play
Exactly.
some games,
Yeah.
find some stuff. But
And it's like, no one's gonna do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole midnight release thing was, hey, get your game as soon as it comes out. Go
Midnight-
home and play it. Enjoy. Be there with people
Yeah.
who have the same mindset. They want to
Yeah.
play the same thing. They have the same interest. Hang
Yeah.
out for a little while. Get your game. Go home. Play it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Midnight releases were great.
But now you can just download your game months in advance, and then
Yeah.
at midnight it just unlocks. You know that
Yeah.
that whole aspect. If you want to go and hang out with people who are like-minded, if they do a midnight release for your
Yeah.
game, you can still do that.
yeah,
But that's it. There's no
That-
take it
yeah.
home and play it as soon
They-
as possible. That's already
they
that part's
planned
solved.
on doing midnight releases for Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing that came out today. But I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they're shutting down because of Corona.
So yeah,
Right.
so all the midnight releases, as far as I know, I don't know about every state, but I think as a whole, I believe GameStop canceled all midnight releases. But they actually bumped the release for Doom Eternal up to yesterday.
today.
No, the 19th, because they came out today. Today's the 20th. They both released the 20th. They bumped the release for Doom up to the
Doom
19th.
Eternal wasn't released yesterday. You could pre-order it yesterday.
I heard that they bumped it up because they
I
didn't
would-
want people coming in. They didn't want two crowds of people
Yeah.
coming in to buy two separate games, because then there would just the social distancing thing they're trying
And
to
those
work
are
out.
definitely two separate
Then
games.
it must just be the digital that came out today, because I was talking to our work buddy and he pre-ordered it yesterday and downloaded it today.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sure-
With
I'm
your
sure-
Doom Eternal talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was only physical that they could have done
yeah,
that
'cause
with.
he did it digitally.
Yeah, I believe it would have. The digital thing they would have had no say in, but the
Yeah.
physical game, they would have only been
Yeah.
able to change the dealings with the
Yeah.
physical game. So they started selling Doom Eternal on the 19th instead of the 20th, just
Yeah.
so that people coming for Doom could get it then, and people coming for Horizon,
Yeah.
New Horizons, Animal Crossing could come in today. So they just didn't have two flocks of people
Yeah.
all in one small
Yeah.
space, because GameStops are not known for being a very large store.
I think they should just say, "Hey, sorry, we can't do these." And
Yeah.
just-
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
even a midnight release. It was just they expected a big influx of people buying
Yeah.
that game. I think Aaron, he planned on buying it. I don't know if he actually went out and did get it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's
he-
planning on getting it.
He planned on just going out and getting it
Yeah.
and stuff. Which also, that's
I gotta be honest. I'm so close to getting it. And I don't want to buy another Animal Crossing game. I put too much time into it. I'm like, why did I do this?
But dude, it's like it's a good time waster.
it looks so good though.
I've like been avoiding like everything.
It looks
about
so
it.
good.
I saw the one trailer when they like announced the release date and stuff like that, and I haven't seen anything since.
You can terraform your island.
Yeah, don't say anything more. You're
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell him
man.
everything.
You're spoiling this
You should have changed your
non-spoiler
credit
filled
card.
game.
You should have already been
Speaking of-
playing all
I
day.
should have-
Since you already said terraforming your island, there people already put out like island planners.
Yes, I
Ah.
saw that. It's
Yeah, so
amazing.
they have like the grid where you can build your island,
Right.
Just like so you can set it up ahead of time, so you're not going into it
Huh.
Like
completely blind.
Yeah.
and-
You
So
have,
you
like,
have
like
some sort of-
vision.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have something you want to strive to, kind of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in blind.
It's
I mean, you do that anyway.
I like nice zing.
wow, rude.
I like figuring things out along the way.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Also with Fire Emblem characters dying and so figure it out along the way.
Yeah, there's a good chance that I'll end up accidentally picking it up.
But I mean, if we
and
get
a
quarantined,
swift-
that's plenty of time to get into it.
Dude, there's so much time. I mean, I'm already so I don't know how work is gonna be. So you guys work at the same place. I don't know if they're gonna shut. You guys are gonna get shut down. You'll just be like, hey, stay at home. If they do a whole quarantine thing, obviously that will be the case.
I was gonna say we're only going to get shut down if like Hogan says, hey, everybody stay inside.
Yeah.
Because we have too much work.
Otherwise, we'll just keep going.
But I'm already set up to telework. I'm already working from home. I'm not supposed to go to work. I've put everything. I have a workstation 10 feet from my bed.
They already
That's it.
they already laid off, or I wouldn't say laid off, but it's pretty much getting laid off. They laid off like everybody at my mom's work.
Oh wow.
At the inn out on base.
Yeah.
So
including her. Or...
No, so they needed general manager, supervisor, and the house leads to stay, which is her.
She is
the other house
good.
lead, the general manager, and the supervisor.
Nice.
Yeah. I think the term is a furlough, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what counts as a furlough and what just counts as downsizing. I don't know how it works.
Like people are throwing around a bunch of terms. Like the Marriott, they furloughed.
Yeah.
They like it's officially called furloughed, but like they didn't give the term to my mom. It was just like, hey, these people need to not show up.
It's insane. I don't know. I don't know how bad the corona stuff is gonna get, but there's certainly gonna be consequences that are going to come along with shutting everything down.
Yeah,
it's already hurting the stocks. It's hurting businesses. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think overreacting. Yeah, it is true. It is cheap.
Oh yeah.
I think overreacting is probably a better solution, as long as as long as the coronavirus thing doesn't actually just keep spreading and it like makes no difference.
Yeah.
I think it's a better idea to overreact now. Maybe
that's
a little bit stupid. Then
they're just like, hey, we're quarantining.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. But I mean, this isn't Politic Talk. We're here to talk about what we're going to do.
Yeah.
During quarantine, we're going full circle back to things we're going to do since we're going to have time.
Oh, yeah.
On our playlist.
Dude, I've got so many shows that I plan on watching, a bunch of different anime. I don't know how this happened, but what were we watching? We watched something, and then a video autoplayed, and it was just someone's list.
We watched the Busto rank in OP.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So we watched the Busto rank in OP, and then your phone on YouTube decided to autoplay when it was set to not autoplay.
Yeah.
And the thing it decided was some random dude's top 175 anime openings.
Yeah.
And from that, you guys just kind of pointed out some really good ones. So I picked a few and I just threw them on my watching. I don't know if I'll actually get to them.
Based on the OP alone.
Based literally on the OP alone.
I mean, a little bit of our
really
input.
Yeah.
So there were a couple things I picked up. What are the ones that I threw on? I threw on
my teen romantic comedy snafu, problem children in another world.
Pet Girl and the Pet Girl of Sakuraso.
Yeah, Sakuraso.
So just 3, and there's some.
I'm
other
still
stuff
surprised
that
you haven't seen Pet Girl.
I thought you did because we
No.
were playing Weep Chameleon, but at the same time, I think Daniel, because Daniel watched it.
Daniel
watched it.
And that was what I was like merging him and you.
So I've got that. I recently picked up Tanya the Evil. I've only seen 2 episodes, but I see why you keep telling me to watch it.
It's good.
So I'll watch that. Then I can get into Isekai Quartet.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to get
I don't
into
have to do
Isekai
that
Quartet.
one. But I might.
I was watching it
episodes
earlier
here
and I was
there.
like, this show was stupid.
It's not
He
good.
got triggered. He got sweaty over it.
He did. I walked in here and the first thing he mentioned is this show isn't that good. It's whatever.
I love it. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff I plan on watching, but I think I'll try to end up actually playing most things because I found that if I'm trying to like multitask, like, because the work I do is very much I email. If someone emails me, I can do stuff and email them back, but actively there's not a whole lot I can do, so I can kind of like back and forth play things, watch stuff, and reading subtitles not super easy to do. Like, it's hard to pay attention to one thing, but a game is actually like easier.
He's gonna get
play.
on his high horse and talk about dubs. Don't ever.
No, look, I'm okay with listening to dubs, but even with a dub,
My high horse.
look, just to be clear, even with a dub though, I still, when I watch something, I watch it. Even if I'm watching a dub, if I feel like I missed something, I'm just gonna have to rewind and rewatch it.
You got set on something.
So at the very least, a sub makes me have to watch it the first time, and then I don't have to keep rewatching the same thing. That's my stance.
You saying that, I can see that big grin.
Oh, I
getting
saw
on
it too.
Chase's
I knew it was
face.
coming. Chase, tell me how you watch.
Because he's just like, watch this, and he'll just have like 3 shows
He just
up
has
while he's
3.
playing like Puyo Puyo Tetris and something else.
And he's still playing a JRPG and not reading the text.
hey, that one was all voice acting and everything.
You know Animal Crossing is a text-based game, right?
I mean,
Tom Nook is going to steal all your money.
they're
You're
all
not going to
speaking
know.
like backwards language. And
Apparently,
it's
we
like,
said he's not in this one too. I think I heard that.
was he in the last one?
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was.
I think he was in it, but I don't think he did the same thing he did in all the old ones. I don't think it was like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't save, because now it just auto saves.
Right.
You know, so- Man, so
Dude,
what are you guys gonna be watching though?
Well,
Like-
before what I'm gonna be watching, I beat Fire Emblem Three Houses.
oh,
you finally
you
did.
did.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get the other 2 routes going, right?
No.
Edelgard, come on,
No.
get Edelgard.
No,
No,
I played.
Best girl Edelgard.
I played the true path and got the true ending, which is going with the golden deer, the boys.
Eric, can you verify if that is true or not?
It's not the true ending, but it is one of the routes that does reveal a lot of information about the people behind the church.
Okay.
So, like, it does explain a lot about Rhea.
Okay.
So,
Then we shall accept your statement with an asterisk. But okay.
I completed the game. I had 2 deaths. The only 2 were Ignatz and Leone, yeah.
Okay.
And-
And Ignatz was like what, your first or second fight?
Yeah, it was
Okay. Learning
it
curve.
was the first one where people could die.
Yeah.
And he died.
Fair enough. It
Yeah.
happens.
Leone got attacked, like random created by the Death Knight.
oh yeah, I
That
remember
was-
that.
I rewound and I was like, I'd have to go back to the beginning to fix this, and I didn't want to. So I let her die too.
I let
I
her.
Yeah.
let her die, you know.
But by after that, I kind of got a little bit stronger than like the enemies were, and it was basically
you got some ridiculous stat buffs as
Yeah.
you leveled up. Like
and
every time I saw you level up, and I didn't watch you play that much.
Yeah.
You were getting 5 or 6 like every single time.
Yeah.
That's pretty
and
good.
it got to the point where it's like every mistake I made was fixed by just going back a turn.
yeah,
Okay.
So you didn't have
I
to
mean,
go back to the beginning.
that's
of the game.
that's usually how
good.
most Fire Emblems play. Is you
Yeah.
start snowballing.
That's
right.
good.
Because it like you can literally like when someone dies, you're like, I see the exact mistake I made because that person died because they moved forward when they shouldn't have moved forward.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I just go back and just don't move them forward.
Well, that's
and then
good.
problem
Yeah.
solved.
I mean, it gives you a better sense of progression.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like that.
So
I
yeah,
like
no
that.
no one else died for the rest of the game. I got the endings. What's it called? I got the who everyone like ended up marrying at the end. So I didn't
Nice.
expect like everyone to.
What were some of your pairings that you
My,
got?
some of my parents. Let's see. I got Dorothea and Sylvain.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that
I wasn't
makes-
really expecting that one though because I was expecting more of like Lawrence. I think
Uh huh.
Lawrence and Dorothea or whatever. But no, Lawrence and Lysithia. Wasn't expecting that one at all.
What about Hilda?
Hilda didn't marry anyone and stuff like that. She just became besties with Marianne.
Okay.
Yeah.
And mine, Hilda got with Caspar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I thought Hilda was gonna get with Claude, but no, it was Ingrid and Claude, and I was like, what?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was like, man, these.
I don't know like any of these characters,
Yeah.
by the way.
Well,
but-
like, so Ingrid's not even part of the like Golden Deer or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
she's from the Blue Lions.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's
so
interesting.
So I was like, I wasn't expecting that one at all.
I put my Byleth with Claude, and the ending story for that, it was so weird because it's just like Claude is just like, hey, this is cool and all, and I want to be with you forever, but I gotta yeet off to this other country, and then he comes back a year later. He's like, hey, I'm king. Let's unify. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
you're just gonna walk on out of here, go become the king of Almira, and come back and unify Fodlan and Almira.
Interesting.
Okay.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is so I haven't played any of the others and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but after playing this one, I think this is probably the most accessible to
It
getting
is,
in because I literally have the only thing I know about Fire Emblem is that the Smash Brothers Brothers characters are in the
So many of
there
them
and
are.
stuff. Yeah, but like
So-
other than that, literally didn't know anything about the like
Yeah.
universe or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Free houses doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
can
I've-
go in and it stands alone.
I've heard all of the newer Fire Emblem games have been very welcoming to newcomers,
Right.
especially Awakening and Three
So
Houses.
Awakening was very accepting because it mentions Marth a lot, and everybody's like, I know Marth from Smash.
That's good.
Right.
Yeah,
so
it helps.
that's why it was accessible to everybody. And then Conquest and Birthright is essentially a standalone game because it takes place in like a parallel timeline.
Mhm.
So you can just dive into it
Yeah.
and not worry about any of the Fire Emblem lore.
That's good.
Three Houses, I don't know if the other ones are like this, but like it felt kind of a little hollow in a sense because everything's designed other than like the main three and Byleth pretty much
Yeah.
and like the main like Rhea and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the other students, because the fact that they can die and stuff like that
Yeah.
means that like they're not in cutscenes other than like the first one where they're all alive and
Yeah.
stuff. They can't be in any of that because they'd have to like animate it like without this person, add this person and stuff like that. They'd have to do it like 20 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
how they-
That's-
So
yeah,
they
that would've
they
been a
feel
lot.
less important. In
That's
a
why
sense.
when you have or read a lot of the dialogue, a lot of it feels like people aren't associating with each other. 'Cause
Right.
They're just throwing in random information.
It's
instead of,
designed that
talking
it's
to
like,
each
hey,
other.
Well,
Lawrence
it's
is
essentially the same
yeah.
problem a lot of people had with Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
They didn't feel like the characters tied in with each other very much. And
Yeah.
it's because to do that in a game,
Exactly.
Yeah.
it takes so much because they
Yeah.
would have to do that for every single order you could get the characters in,
Yeah.
essentially. And that's just so much.
Yeah, so
Right.
they can't have every possible combination and dialogue
Yeah.
choices for each one. So they have to make everything feel like disassociated with each other.
Yeah.
So people are just saying random facts about things that are happening right
Right.
now.
Yeah. I mean, if they really wanted to sit down and write, like, I don't know, 400 something books of dialogue,
Yeah.
they could, but why?
But-
Most people aren't going to appreciate that. I mean, they
Yeah.
might appreciate that it is a thing, but they're not going to experience
Yeah,
it. There's going to be
yeah.
a very small handful of people who actually like go out and be like, "Oh yes, this made the game so good. Cool, thanks."
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just not worth their time.
But yeah, it feels
'Cause it's not going to make the game sell any better.
Yeah, the story for Three Houses is very simple. And
Oh,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very
That's what
like
I've heard.
oh big evil and stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
that's
He's
pretty
trying
much
to do big
every
evil
Fire
and stuff.
Emblem. It's like, hey, mercenary band come
Right,
together,
right.
something weird happens, big battles, and then dragon.
And then it's yeah dragon, and it feels like the
Seems
game
legit.
the actual gameplay and stuff like that is so much fun.
Oh yeah,
And like the
gameplay's
characters,
addicting.
even though they're like fairly one dimensional
Yeah.
Mhm.
and stuff like that, and they do build up and stuff, they don't really feel like they go anything past, but they're still likable from
Yeah.
Okay.
there was even like there's Felix and stuff like that. He just cares about getting stronger, and he's like what's it called? He doesn't want to be a knight. He just wants to, or he doesn't want to be a knight to be like a hero or anything. He
Yeah.
just wants to like save people because like
Well, it's just
that's-
like you start learning about their past and backgrounds, and like Felix just wants to be the strongest because his brother Glenn
yeah
was essentially pushed to the limit and died because of it.
right.
So he wants to become he gave up his nobility to become the best swordsman to basically
Gotcha.
live
Yeah.
for his brother.
And
That's pretty cool.
I didn't like the character like at all, and then like the more I
Yeah.
started like hanging out with him, I'm just like Felix is cool, man.
Yeah. And then,
I
like,
Felix and stuff.
When you first see Raphael, you're just like, oh, this dude seems like a lumbering idiot.
Yeah,
But then you start talking to him, and he's just a good dude that wants to help people when he's doing everything to make his sister's life better.
Okay.
Just things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's just like it's a lot of judging books by their cover at first because you're literally just thrown into it, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
has like these cliche
Yeah.
personalities. But then you start diving into it, and you're like, oh, this is
but yeah,
they got some baggage.
yeah.
Okay.
I will say I was more excited to get into the story from the beginning
Yeah.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where it was like I didn't know like anything about it and stuff.
Yeah.
And the more stuff got revealed, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
They reveal enough to make you want to keep going.
Right. And the game is literally just fun enough that you
Yeah.
just kind of want to keep going.
Well, it's just like the gameplay is really addicting. It's just like how chess is pretty addicting once you get into it. It's just
Right,
like you got to
right.
know how to move your pieces. You want to
Mhm.
do things optimally. You
I
want
don't
to
know. I
start
might have to disagree with that one.
you want to start speed running levels.
I
I mean, not the idea of the like
Yeah.
chess is full.
No,
but
I
it's
get
just like
you. I get you.
Right.
you want to like
it's theme chess.
yeah,
Chess with a story. Chess with a story.
It pokes at your brain to like wanna your tactician mind, like makes
Right.
you want to like see patterns and like
Yeah.
solve a puzzle.
And like I was saying, like after a while, like you literally can see like where your mistake happens and
Yeah.
stuff like that
Okay.
when like people die, and it's like, oh, okay, just go back to this specific turn.
So now that you've beat Fire Emblem Three Houses,
Yeah.
and now you're moving on to Valkyria Chronicles,
yeah,
which is similar but also very different, like
Yeah.
the mechanics of it. Which one are you gonna say you prefer overall? Like just the
Okay.
mechanics of, because again, you're not far into Valkyria Chronicles. Like you're only what
Yeah.
4 or 5 missions in, or even less.
yeah. So I beat half the game on PS3 and then just never got around to coming back to it. And
Okay, so you're just starting over.
yeah, so I got this one started over, and
Okay.
I'm at chapter 4 out of 18, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, it's
So which system do you prefer more?
Valkyria Chronicles is cool, but at the same time, like the active kind of stuff is like you can't zone out and play it
Gotcha.
and stuff. Whereas Fire Emblem, you're like, okay, let me just like grind and get stronger. real
Yeah.
quick and
So
stuff.
I will say in Valkyria Chronicles, it does get pretty snowbally at the end too.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Once you have like 20 orders you can do,
Right.
you can just like spam these crazy
Yeah.
powerful orders and just have like Rosie run in and kill stuff.
Yeah, I have noticed like there is also like the little things and stuff like that where it's like once as you start aiming, like the enemy's fire stops.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like they'll finish their like
Yeah,
but they'll end it halfway.
Yeah.
Or whatever and stuff like that. So you can kind of use that to your advantage, make them stop shooting, like just look around for
Yeah.
a second and then continue and see. So it's like once this thing started happening and stuff like that, and the active stuff happens, you can actually like pause it and like take a second to look around. But
It's
Okay.
it's like Fire Emblem, but at the same time,
Totally
it's-
different beast.
It's
Right.
different because I mean, if anything, it's more like XCOM.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a lot more
Yeah.
like XCOM.
Yeah.
Characters have permadeath in it, but if you can rescue them, then they can be retreated back to your base and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they won't. It's basically if they die and then stay dead for like a turn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, or it's 1 or 2 turns.
So you
one or
can
two
handle-
turns.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you can just recover them back and stuff like that, you lose them for the rest of the mission, but
Yeah.
they don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the story is
Yeah.
really, it's phenomenal in the first game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've already noticed it for how
Yeah.
much I've actually played of it.
Yeah,
It's-
it's really good.
Because it's like it also like the pacing of it's really well too.
Yeah.
And stuff. So because like everything starts off all calm, and then like the main village like or like your hometown gets like destroyed and stuff like that,
Yeah.
overrun and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all like normal people just like joining the militia or whatever.
That is
And
kind of cool. I
so-
like that kind of, because I got to see a little bit of that while you were
Yeah.
just playing a little bit here.
Yeah.
So what stuff are you planning on playing during
Well-
your quarantine, Eric?
Going along with the Fire Emblem theme,
Oh
I got a Effie Sharp,
yeah, that's right.
so
Okay.
I
On
want to start.
Wii U or Switch?
Uh,
No, you
Switch.
don't. You have a Wii U, but you don't have a Wii U.
I don't have a Wii U.
You don't have a Wii U.
He
Okay.
has a Wii U.
He is the Wii U.
Yeah.
I can't even play my Wii U. My cat ate my gamepad charger.
I don't think I can. No, I can play mine. I don't think I can play mine.
Yeah.
I might be able to play mine.
But yeah, I got it on Switch because the GameStop around here, one of them was closing.
Yeah.
And we went there and it was like 20% off. So I mean,
That's
I'm
not
never,
bad.
I'm never going to get that sale again. It's only been out for like a month. So
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
came out very
okay, I'll
recently.
pick it up. So I'm going to get into that, and then going along the lines with Animal Crossing.
Mm.
It's not Animal Crossing though.
Stardew Valley.
No, it's like Stardew Valley, but I got Rune Factory 4,
Okay.
and I'm like through my
yeah.
first, or almost through my first spring, and I'm just gonna get through that, do whatever. I don't know what the end game is like.
Rune
I'm just
Factory does have a dungeon crawl
Yeah.
aspect to it, right? Okay. I've never played one before. I just know there was a lot of item management.
It's like
I think
collecting
there was
runes or whatever.
There's a whole lot of stuff to it.
Something to do with runes.
Has, like,
I don't
selling
know. I don't
things.
know all the story, but it's like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
So combined with basic dungeon crawling to go out and kill stuff to get high end materials.
That's cool.
Gotcha.
But it's like farm management, grow plants, tend animals, talk
Mhm.
to people in the town,
Nice.
sell items at the right time, grow plants at the right time.
That's cool.
Just things like that. Just
Is there actually like an end game to it, or is it just kind of like Animal Crossing? You just keep playing.
I think you can just keep playing if you really want to.
But
I
there's
mean,
a story mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a story to
okay,
it.
so there is a story.
You
Got
could
it.
probably beat the story and then just continue.
Yeah,
playing.
probably. But I mean, I'm only, like I said, almost through the first spring. And
Gotcha.
I mean, I can't play a ton, but that's about as far as I've gotten.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to Effie Sharp because people actually say it's
I've heard good things.
It's a pretty good game.
I've heard good things.
So,
Very weeby.
Well,
oh, it's super weeby.
Super weeby.
and on top of that, I don't know about you, but I know Chase and we've already pre-ordered Persona 5 The Royal.
Yeah.
I've pre-ordered it too.
Okay, so are
Okay.
all three of us gonna be playing that game when it comes out?
I'm
probably,
I'm
or-
definitely gonna be playing.
I mean,
it.
any ounce of free time I have is going to Persona 5.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I was like, I
That's-
have to beat Fire Emblem before this comes out.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be such a big game, and like I'm throwing that right on top of. Let's see, I've got Doom 2016, which I'm not necessarily playing,
Right,
but I pick
yeah.
it up every once in a while and just march a little bit further.
Yeah.
I started that. I got BioShock, the first one, which I'm just pick up every once in a while, start marching through.
Right.
I just downloaded 2 smaller games on the Switch. The Tourist, which I've heard very good things about.
Looks
it's like
cool.
a voxel style game.
Mhm.
Looks really good.
I got Murder by Numbers, which is great if you want Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game, but you also really like Pacross.
Uh-huh.
Right.
If you really
right.
like Pacross and Ace Attorney, perfect for you. Finish the first stage. There's only 4 stages in that, so it's pretty short. I think it's like $15 right now. Pretty good. And still haven't finished Sword.
Pokemon
I mean-
Sword.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Like the VGC meta is going crazy, so it's whatever.
Oh,
When did
man.
those DLCs come out?
I think they said the first one's in June,
Yeah.
and then the other
Okay.
one's in like quarter 3 or something like that.
So
Yeah.
it's like 2 months away.
Yeah,
And then fall, winterish.
probably like
If they don't
September.
push it back.
It's probably going to be like November because that's when they normally release Pokemon games.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably gonna be like November.
But yeah, Persona. Oh, I still haven't looked like at much of like the new stuff in it.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
I don't
so
know any-
excited.
I mean, I wouldn't even be able to tell what's new from what
Right,
isn't.
right. It's man,
I keep getting like random video recommendations on YouTube because we'll talk about it and they're always listening.
Yeah,
and I'll get a
listen.
recommendation. It's like, here are the changes that are coming out in Persona 5 Royal. I'm just like, don't stop this. Get some help.
Don't tell me.
I don't want to be spoiled. Like I know there's going to be changes, but don't tell me.
I want to go in. I want to not know all the answers to everything. I just want to go in and
Right.
play the game and just see what happens.
Like the only things I want
Like
to
I
know is what's officially announced from Atlas. Like
Yeah.
like hey, here's the new character.
Yep.
And go
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Because man, that was so long ago
Yeah.
when they announced it
it's gonna
too.
be good. I'll probably have to actually go out and get like an actual headset.
Oh,
Because I have stuff that I use, but I need to get an actual headset for gaming because I don't have one.
Oh.
But
I'll help out.
it'll just help because
Yeah.
I picked up Apex Legends and Warzone. I don't know how much time I put into Planet of Sinking into those
Uh-huh.
because I'm not a huge battle royale guy and I'm really bad at first person
It
shooters.
also depends if you play with anyone.
But
So,
yeah,
because
I
if you
wanna-
play by yourself, it's only going to get so far.
exactly, and if I want to talk to anyone, I need a better headset than I've got
Right.
now.
Yeah.
But I think because we're nearing the end of our time, I think there's one thing that we need to talk about because
Okay.
we just watched
all
it
right.
and it finally.
I don't
we
know
got
if
around
2.5
this.
minutes is going to do it justice.
No,
but-
no. This timer's set for 40. We go to 45.
Okay.
So
I
this,
don't know.
this is our
I don't want to
5
do it justice. I want to just throw it out there.
Yeah. So we finally sat down. I bought this movie. What 2, 3? No, it was like
we
end
were
of,
on CatsCon because you guys went over to my house and we watched Jojo Rabbit instead.
I bought it before that.
Okay.
I bought
Yeah,
Jojo
yeah,
Rabbit
yeah.
before that too. I think it was end of February is when
So
I
it's
got
not
this.
Jojo Rabbit.
No, probably mid-February. Anyway, doesn't matter. Mid-February. I've been sitting on this for about a month and a half. Finally got around to watching it. We watched Parasite, the
Korean movie.
the South,
South Korean
Korean,
South Korean.
not the North Korean one.
Yeah.
We bought the South Korean Parasite movie that won so many Oscars.
Yeah.
Didn't it win like best or whatever?
It
like
won-
best picture?
Pretty much everything except
None of the actors got
none of
awards.
the actors
Right.
got awards, but like everything else.
But like every directorial award you can get, it got.
it was.
It was a ride.
It was everything.
Yeah.
About it was just so. It was gripping. The suspense.
Yeah.
The
tension.
the tension. The suspense.
yeah.
The thriller. Like the idea of just not knowing what was going to happen next. It's the certain points and moments in the movie, which I'm okay with spoiling things, but I almost don't want to spoil this because I think like mentioning any of the story just ruins the movie
Yeah.
for people who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Highly recommend watching it if you can sit through a movie that you can only listen to if it has subtitles.
But it's just like for us, it's just like we were saying things like we thought would happen. We're like, oh, this might happen. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, it kind of. Oh.
It was just the turns and the pacing,
Yeah.
and it's weird to see how a movie that is filmed, directed, acted by, you know, like a completely different group of people, a completely different culture over halfway around the world, you know, it's a foreign film, and it's not one of those let us bring our martial arts movies over here and dub it poorly and everything. It's not Kung Fu Hustle, even though Kung Fu Hustle is amazing.
I like that. Film. I like that movie.
But oh my gosh, it was so good. It felt different. It felt raw. It felt brutal at points.
It was very uncomfortable at points.
Yes.
It was like,
but like it felt good at first. Like it felt really good at first. But like you're barely into the movie, and like the good stuff is happening. And then it takes so long to finish. Like every 10 minutes, I was thinking to myself, like, it's gonna end soon.
Where is this going?
Like it has to end soon, right?
Yeah,
and it just kept going and going. And going.
In my head, because I think I mentioned this before you two guys and stuff like that. Well, like once they start doing stuff that is like morally incorrect and stuff like that, it's like karma's gonna kick in and stuff like that and start backfiring them. So it's like, when is it gonna happen? And
I feel like that's one of the reasons why I found it so gripping, because throughout the movie you see things taking place. So without spoiling the movie, it looks at the social structure. That's essentially what the movie is about. It's about social structure.
It looks at the social disparity between rich and poor people,
and that's what the movie is essentially about. And it's the story that goes through that. And Parasite, obviously, it's these poor people becoming parasites to these rich people, unknowingly, kind of thing. It's just what a parasite does. But you find yourself, as they get put in this situation and they're going through the things, they're doing things that are morally incorrect. They're lying. They're kind of deceitful. But at the same time, they are being beneficial to these people. You know, like a parasite.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
It's a symbiotic relationship. And it was so weird to be like, am I on their side or am I not on their side? And I wasn't sure how I felt about it. And I loved that.
It was like you're sitting there, you want to root for them, but you're like, this is clearly what they're doing is wrong.
Exactly.
But like you still want to like root for them.
Because like you hit those parts where it's suspense and it's like, will they get found out? What's going to happen next? If you didn't care for them, it wouldn't be suspenseful. You know, you'd be like, please figure this out already, you idiots, you rich people. What are you doing? It's so interesting how, again, completely foreign, but you can kind of like accept that it has something to say about your life. You know, it's at least to some extent. It's almost a little bit of a mirror. Like, where are you on that spectrum? Are you a parasite? Are you rich? Like,
well, I mean, I think
what's going on?
They did a really good job of they got you involved with the family in a very short time.
They did.
And
every character seems so real.
Right off the bat, where they're just trying to get some Wi-Fi.
They're trying to get some Wi-Fi. They show her silver medal in her picture, and then just having a family meal together. Just talking about, you know, everyday life. They instantly get you involved with the family. And you feel like you're a part of them. To, you know, on their little adventure.
I can't recommend it enough.
I mean, I think it's fully deserving of all the awards it got.
Oh, 100%. There's a lot of really good movies that came out last year.
And that's not my South Korean heritage bias showing here.
Fair enough. But there's just some great lines in the movie.
Like respect.
Like the respect of the dad when he's driving. He's just like, I know everything. Everything south of the 38th parallel or whatever. Literally just saying, I know all the roads that are not in North Korea. It's just like great little touches like that I didn't understand right off the bat. But you've done a lot more. You know a lot more about South Korea than I do. Having that kind of heritage and also just being interested in it in general.
I mean,
so you can explain that. That's a really smart line.
I did a report on the Korean War in 6th grade.
Okay, so you're basically an expert.
Yes, totally.
But oh man,
like I said, I think it's fully deserving of every award it's got. I think it's totally worth it. It's up there. It's up there with all the other movies I watched, with like Jojo Rabbit and all that. For 2019 movies.
I'd say I would definitely want to watch Jojo Rabbit or 1917 before I would want to rewatch that. Because it's a little rough.
It's not a feel good movie. No. It's rough. It's definitely earned its R rating. Certainly earned its R rating. Okay, there's language, there's There's some sex stuff. There's
Standard R stuff that you can
just
think of.
standard R stuff. This movie's got
It's
it.
probably in there.
It is worth it, and I cannot recommend it enough.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly cannot. I think
Yeah.
everyone should see this movie if they're any interested in just
Yeah.
a great movie, and something that is very different than anything you're going to find made by an American studio typically. But I think that pretty much wraps us up. That's episode 30. Was there anything else you guys wanted to cover? Did we miss anything?
And gaming.
I mean, just the standard stuff. We gamed, we watched some anime, tried to make time for whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if we recorded this, tomorrow we just wrap up Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, the best this season has to offer. But
yeah,
the last episode hasn't come out yet, so
Looks
we
like
can't
you'll
do
have
that.
to-
I mean, I gotta
unfortunately.
catch up on like 2 or 3
Dude,
episodes.
you need to. I'm
Yeah,
telling
next
you.
episode will probably be like new season stuff too. Also,
That's true.
Now I
That's
think
true.
about it.
That'll be good. We'll tie up this season.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, again, assuming we're not quarantined when we're supposed to record,
I mean, we'll make a recording happen if we're quarantined.
we'll figure it out.
We'll go into one of those podcast rooms that people have, or just do something on Discord.
Yeah, we just all get our own personal little.
Maybe
hamster
we'll
bubble.
have some sort of gaming session too while we're doing. Who knows?
Dude, might as well.
gaming.
Might
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
All right. So as always, it's been me, George.
In the middle, it's been me, Eric.
And I'm on the right, and I'm Chase.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Yeah, you're bringing us out, boy. You gotta.
Well, I thought you guys were gonna add more, but
Hell
then
no,
you
brother.
This
did.
is the most awkward. All the
Ring the
time.
bell. Ring the bell. That's episode 30.
Like we're intentionally awkward.
Comfort
but it's
supported
not
by
like
Boom
I-
Slank. By the way, Boom Slank, I got an email. At the moment, they're doing.
They
free...
said thanks for shouting us out all the time.
No. Well, okay, that wasn't for us. But they are doing free U.S. shipping right now. So with the code, the promo code free US FE. Oh, I spelled free wrong. Free US FREEUS. Get free shipping on their whole website
Wow.
in the U.S. Great stuff, guys. I went and got the sticker bundle because they had the stickers I wanted, but they didn't have them at KatsuCon. Anyway, that's enough.
That's episode 30. We'll
Yeah.
catch you all next time.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
This is us, BakaTaka. George, you're doing the intro this week.
George,
Have you prepared?
George.
Jungle,
George the jungle. George the
Held
jungle.
up,
George
held
the jungle.
up,
George the
held
jungle.
up,
George the
held up,
jungle.
held up.
Yeah.
It's gone.
What was it?
I deleted it.
You did?
What was it?
I don't know, but it's gone
I
now.
guess none of us will know now.